Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. Welcome back to the channel. Now in this video we're going to go for a drive in this. This is a all-new 2021 Toyota Venza. Now my wife and I had a first generation Venza for 7 years, and this car is back in the market after being off for 6 years. 2021 is all new. This is a hybrid. We got a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder Cvt transmission. Now let's take it for a ride. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we're going to start off with a little POV just because this car is a little bit different on startup. Now, I got the foot on the brake. We're going to start it up. And guess what? You don't hear anything. So this is a hybrid. So we're going to go for a drive, but first, I just wanted to sort of tell you what it looks like when you get going, because it is completely silent until you get up to about 10 miles per hour. So, parking brake off, drive. Still, you can't hear anything, so we're going to pay attention to when the engine starts to kick on. So we're going up to, we're at about 10 miles an hour. Now you can tell in the gauges right there that it is in charge mode, and when you get on the gas it'll go into power mode. Now I am here at Bobby Ray Hall Toyota in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. We're on the Carlisle Pike. Big thank you to those guys for letting me take a look at this car. But yeah, I was very excited when this car came out in the market just because I had one previously, so I definitely wanted to check it out when I got a chance to get over here. It's been a little bit. So here we go. Now this car is an LE trim, which is, I'm going to say a base model, but there's an LE and there's an XLE and there's a limited trim. And this car does not have the Stargaze roof, which sort of lets you do a transparent or an opaque roof just at the flip of a button. But yeah, I think this could be a very cool car, you know, in the mid-size segment. Why is this guy not going? In the mid-size segment compared to like a Ford Edge or a Nissan Murano. There's definitely lots of competition in this area. But yeah, it's cool that this car is a hybrid too. When it was out on the market before, here we're gonna give it the gas just a little bit. Haha, there it says power. But yeah, when this was out in the market before, they had a 4-cylinder version and a 6-cylinder version, and we had the 6-cylinder. Now it's sort of a windy day, so I can definitely hear the wind noise, but I think that's just because it's more of a windy day. Now I'm very confident that I think this car could be, you know, reliable transportation for anybody who's looking to have exactly that, reliable transportation that looks good. You've got all the safety features, you know, that Toyota comes standard with, which is very cool. You've got the lane keep assist, the blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and that is standard on all cars, no matter what trim you get. I'm just going to get over right here. So, just driving this car for a couple minutes now. Now, full stop. This car is not going to be an enthusiast car. It doesn't have much of a noise. I think the suspension feels nice. The ride is nice. The visibility is very good. You can see pretty well through the mirrors. But yeah, I think this car, I personally, I think would pick this car over the competition like the Ford Edge or a Murano or something from Kia. I just think having the gas mileage and the good looks of this car is really what puts this ahead in my mind. Now this car will get 40 miles to gallon in the city compared to a little bit less on the highway, and that is because of the hybrid powertrain. Now the Cvt transmission, this Toyota's version is called the eCVT, electronic CVT. Now this car has what Toyota calls an eCVT, which is an electronic CVT transmission. CVT stands for continuously variable transmission. Now I don't have that much experience driving CVTs. I think I drove a Honda CR-V that had that, but as far as that goes, you do not notice that it is really any different than, say, your normal torque converter automatic. It definitely gets so quiet when you go under 5 miles per hour. But yeah, we're gonna test out the handling just a little bit, but this is gonna be no canyon carver here. So here we go. Yeah, The other thing I loved about the previous generation was the big 20-inch wheels. Now this car is riding on 19-inch wheels. The higher trims you can get 20 inches as well. But yeah, this is not going to be any handling machine like a Porsche Cayman, but I think this is fun. This is decent to drive. You know, some of the things that I read about when I was doing my research of this car was that the driving experience was pretty, I'll say numb, a little bit, you know, not much to it, but I don't think it's that bad. I mean, you should expect that this car is not going to, you know, knock your socks off with performance and handling and speed, but I think this could be perfectly fine as a daily driver. I mean, you got to know going into this what you're getting, and I think I am not let down by this car. I don't think it's anything to write home about, but I think this is more than enough for a daily driver. Okay, we're gonna stop real quick and give her the beans just a little bit. Okay, we're down to 0. Nobody's behind me. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that wasn't bad. You can sort of feel that the hybrid power sort of kick in a little bit. Yeah, so we have 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, about 219 horsepower, which that definitely felt like a little bit more than 219 horsepower. That was not bad at all. I mean, people get so obsessed with, you know, horsepower numbers lately, and that was not bad at all. So normally on this stretch right here, I give her the beans a little bit just to test it out, but I just want to take it easy a little bit. I think you know, 90% of people that buy this car are getting it for, you know, reliable transportation, and that will definitely do that. But yeah, I just think as an everyday driver, I think this could be, you know, very nice. All right, a little bit of power. Yeah, okay. Not bad. Usually I drive, you know, BMWs and Alfa Romeos, and I drove a Porsche Taycan on this little stretch of road. By the way, it's a beautiful stretch of road with all the fall leaves coming down. Yeah. So I think I'm not let down by the driving experience. I think this is pretty decent. Pretty decent if you know what to expect, meaning that this car is not going to really knock your socks off and give you any type of crazy performance. But yeah, I like it. Okay, we're coming up to our last stretch. Now, I must admit, I think there's no stop sign here for some reason. The brake feel is a little bit on the mushier side. You definitely have to get on it a little bit just to feel anything. All right, one last little stretch in the Venza. Here we go. Power. I mean, what are you gonna say? It sounds like a Toyota 4-cylinder, but I think you get a little bit of a jolt from the battery power, which I think is never a bad thing. I mean, if you just press on it, yeah, that's pretty quick. I think that has something to do with the battery power. Yeah, like watch the gauge there. That goes from charge to power very quickly. So let's just look at some of the drive modes. We've got Sport, Normal, and Eco. Now we're gonna go to Eco. Yes, now Eco right away, the throttle response is not as prominent. It feels a little bit softer, I think, in the suspension. But yeah, I think if you were driving on the highway, put it in Eco mode. I mean, 35, 40, probably more miles per gallon would be awesome. I mean, I still get kind of nerdy just thinking about miles per gallon if you're driving on the highway. It's just something that my dad kind of instilled in me, is that, you know, it's never a bad thing to have a fuel efficient car. So thanks, Dad. Now I'm gonna stop right here. I just want to try out the EV mode. I have the EV mode on. I think that sort of gives you all of the battery power that you have left. EV mode deactivated, speed range exceeded. Okay, so I think when you're just in a parking lot going under 5 miles an hour, you can only do the EV mode. So we'll try that when we get back to the dealer. So this is gonna wrap up my drive of a 2021 Toyota Venza, and I am impressed by this car. I think this, in a good way, this is exactly like the first generation Venza in that it looks good. I think it is more attractive than its other, you know, comparable cars from Toyota, the RAV4, the Highlander. Yeah, I'm impressed. The driving experience was decent. I mean, nothing gonna blow your socks away. So I like it. I'm impressed by this car, the 2021 Venza. I'm glad that it's back on the US market. So big thank you to Bobby Ray Hall Toyota in Mechanicsburg, PA. I will put their link right on the screen right here. Thanks for letting me take this car out. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the Venza. Leave me a comment below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at GemmyD on Cars. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.